Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be going over one of my all-time favorite recipes. This is going to be creating a Chipotle bowl. So if you guys are huge fans of Chipotle like myself and you don't feel like ordering Chipotle and going out and spending money on just one bowl, you can head to the grocery store, grab all the ingredients that I'm going to give you, and create this really quick and simple burrito bowl recipe that you can have leftovers for the whole week. So let's head into Publix and then we'll head back to the house and we'll cook up the food.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be great.
What's going on here? Chef Chris speaking today. So we got some black beans, corn, light sour cream. We got some romaine lettuce. I usually get whole garlic, but it was more expensive than the minced, so I got that. You want some Cajun spice, garlic salt. These are the two key ingredients that are gonna make the flavors pop. These is optional. I do want to say that chicken strips are preferred over chicken breasts, but we gotta work with what we got. All right, first step in cooking the burrito bowl is we're going to dice up the onion, the peppers, and then we're gonna saute it. Alrighty, step one. We're going to slice and dice the red onions. I choose red onions because they are sweeter. You can use half an onion or a whole onion. I used a whole onion for this one. In the meantime, lather the pan lightly with olive oil and put it to medium heat. Ooh, magical. Alright, add the onions to the pan, let them saute until caramelized. So I like to do the vegetables first because we're going to be using the same cutting board. So if you have two cutting boards, don't worry about it, but definitely get the vegetables on the pan as quick as possible. I like to lightly coat the pan with olive oil and then bring it to like a medium heat, and then I turn it down and then I start adding the vegetables. So onions first, peppers next. Once those get caramelized, we'll throw the garlic in there. And then we'll slice up the parsley as well, and we'll put that in later. Now I get all the low sodium stuff because the garlic salt is gonna add some sodium, and then I like to add some to the sauteing onions and the peppers as well. All right, now I'm gonna dice up the parsley, and this is gonna be good to put in the avocado, the guacamole mix, and then we're also gonna throw it into the Chipotle bowl mix as well. All right, I take that back. This is cilantro, so we're gonna dice up the cilantro, put the cilantro in the mixture. We'll also put it in the guacamole mix as well. Now you're gonna wanna pick them off the stems and then dice it up. Alright, so we got the onions, peppers, sauteing. We put a little bit of garlic salt on there. We sliced up the parsley, or the cilantro. Cilantro is sliced up. That'll go in with the garlic. Now usually, I typically like to buy the chicken strips, but it seems to be that most stores don't really have an abundance or a great selection of chicken. So we got the chicken breasts. We just have to cut them up, and I like to cut them up really small to kind of mimic the Chipotle effect. Like I said earlier, I prefer chicken strips, but we had to work with what we got. So we got chicken breasts. We're going to slice them down very finely. So we get about 3 whole chicken breasts right here. So now I'm going to cover it in garlic salt and Cajun, and then I'm gonna throw it in the pan and let it cook up halfway through, and then I'll throw in the other ingredients. As you can see, this is nice and sauteed. We're gonna put the veggies to the side. And this is where the chicken will go. Alright, now we're gonna let this cook through halfway. Once that cooks through halfway, we'll throw the black beans in, and we'll throw the sweet corn in. So that whole prep right there took about 25 minutes. Now I'm gonna start cleaning everything, and then as soon as I'm done cleaning, we'll start working on the guacamole. Step 1, we're going to slice and dice the avocado. Next, we're going to add the cilantro. Take a fork, we're going to mash it down. Once we are done mashing the avocado into guacamole, we're going to add some salt, some pepper, stir it up a little bit. I also like to throw in a good amount of salsa. It adds extra flavor. And then for this recipe, I also added a whole freshly pressed lime. Now, once I add the corn, the beans, and the garlic, I like to mix all the ingredients around. The chicken by now is either halfway or cooked through a little bit more than halfway. And what you basically do now is you turn down the heat and you just let it sit, soak in all the spices, and it pulls out all the flavors. Also, if you like, you can make a side of white rice. I use white basmati long grain rice. Oof, alright, now while everything is cooking, it's on low heat right now, I'm gonna go for a run. Like I told you guys, I'm doing the 2 miles a day for 30 days, and one of the coolest little additives or coolest little attachments I got for my headphones is these little clip-ins. So you put them in, it clips in. One reason why I hate the AirPods is because they pop out. So if you guys want, the link is down below for these bad boys. They're like $9 and they are worth the investment. Let's go knock out this 2 miles and I'll see you for dinner. Whew. Day 3 done, 2 miles, 15:50, another slow pace. My calories have been super low, so feeling the energy, or the lack of energy, I should say.
think the next step is going to be setting up a nice macro plan for myself so I can start getting more calories in, because I haven't been eating that much. So it'd be nice to boost up the energy a little bit. And starving yourself isn't going to help you lose weight, which a lot of people don't understand.
Welcome to the process of making $1 million thumbnail. So yeah, this is what it takes if you guys want to do YouTube. You gotta prep your food and look like a fool outside. Hope you guys enjoyed the little Chipotle burrito bowl creation I made. It's much healthier than Chipotle. I usually choose the low sodium options because when cooking I end up putting like salt and pepper on there myself, and then I also have the garlic salt on there as well. So if y'all enjoyed that, smash the thumbs up. But today is a beautiful day. We are back at the spot where I took those photos for Fit to Fly apparel. Reason we're back here is because Shanley came here and she was rollerblading the other day, and I decided this would be a sweet spot. This would be a sweet spot to fly the drone and just hang out for the day. And I think they opened up the state. So we noticed a lot of people were at work. A lot of people weren't parked at the apartment complex or condo complex. So I think today's the day everybody went back to work. So let's get this drone footage up. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed the drone footage. I just realized this place is called the Merchant Square. So if you guys are watching Outer Banks on Netflix, you know that they're searching for the Royal Merchant. But if you finish it, you know, you kind of figured it out. But anyways, each video I like to do a quote. I gotta start doing it in the beginning, I keep forgetting. But I love to do this quote or give you guys a quote because it allows you to think and maybe reflect on the path you're taking, any goals you've set, and really just to dig deeper into that quote that I give you. And right now the quote is by Charles Darwin, and it is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage change. I think this is very relatable to what's going on right now with the coronavirus, and I know a lot of people are kind of figuring out what can I do with my time, and they really don't know what to do with their time. So they sit, they drink, and then they just complain about having nothing to do. I think this is a perfect opportunity to sit down and figure out how you can adapt your lifestyle and change it to live a more fulfilling life. Now, this could come by setting goals, fitness goals. You can start trying to figure out how to do at-home workouts, simple things, just simple changes. Small goals leads to big goals, and I think the biggest thing when people do set goals, they get caught up on the big picture, the end result, and they get demotivated. You know, they lose motivation, and then they end up quitting. And I always say, like, whenever I was like doing coaching, I always talk to people like, you need to break this down into daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. And if you were to compare your goals to climbing a mountain,
you're gonna want to take breaks and look at the top to see what you're reaching for, because it's kind of, hey, this is why I'm doing this. But you also need to set small steps, which are going to be each step that you take to get closer to the top of the mountain. And these are going to be small goals, small daily goals, small weekly goals, and small monthly goals. And use this time to set goals, use this time to adapt, use this time to dig deeper into your hobby, your passion. And I think the people that are going to learn to adapt and use this time, this downtime, to their advantage and create a sustainable income, or even push towards starting a business that intertwines with a hobby that brings up a fulfillment, they're going to be the ones that down the road, if say another pandemic comes, they're not going to be complaining. But we're going to go take a walk around this loop and kind of see what the distance is, because maybe this will be like a new running spot where I do my 2 miles. And then there's a couple stores over that we want to check out. Day 3 done, 2 miles, 15:50, another slow pace. My calories have been super low, so feeling the energy, or the lack of energy, I should say. I think the next step is gonna be setting up a nice macro plan for myself so I can start getting more calories in, because I haven't been eating that much. So it'd be nice to boost up the energy a little bit. And starving yourself isn't gonna help you lose weight, which a lot of people don't understand. Whew. All right, day 4 is done, 15:37. I'm telling you, these are not getting easier yet. I know that I need to get over the hump for things to start to get easier. Today was tough. Today was one of those days where you just feel weak in your body and you don't want to get out there and do it. But after running and pushing myself, getting past that mental barrier really is where the growth comes from. And I was thinking about this because I'm actually starting a podcast. I know, starting a podcast, starting a clothing brand, I want to do a lot. But I already wrote my first podcast intro. I know who I'm going to be interviewing. What I was talking about in the podcast that I'm starting is that you need to set small goals. And it doesn't matter, because a lot of people want to set these huge, big goals and they get overwhelmed and then they quit. You need to start small, start building your confidence by setting small goals and accomplishing those goals, and then work yourself towards the bigger goal. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now with this first challenge. And I'm actually starting a Facebook group tonight. So if you guys want to hop in, join my challenges with me. I'll even try to set up like subcategories where there's like different challenges running each month, and then it'll be like an accountability group for everybody in the group. But 2 miles done, let's get it. All right, day 6 is done. New personal best, 14:59. Starting to feel some shin splints, but pace is getting stronger. Day 8 is done. Today's Sunday. Ran another 2 miles. We're doing 30 days. Now this challenge really isn't to show like a body transformation. I just want to show you guys that like setting goals and sticking to what you say is going to create personal growth. Not only personal growth, mental growth as well. And I think a lot of people get down on themselves because they never finish a goal. And that's why I'm starting with a small goal, because I'd love to keep doing these 30-day challenges. I'll do week challenges, day challenges. So if you guys have any recommendations for challenges I should do, let me know down below. I am creating that Facebook group, so the link will be down below when you guys see this video. If you guys want to hop in, join my Facebook group, just to watch, follow, or suggest any challenges, or even participate. Everybody's welcome. And again, it just comes down to setting goals, small goals, achievable. You have to get specific. And at the end of this 30 days, I'm gonna go over the mental growth instead of, I'm gonna show you guys the physical growth and change. I'm also gonna show you guys my analytics on my Garmin. I think it's important to show you guys that even just doing small challenges like this can actually impact your health and wellness. And if you guys are trying to lose weight and you're like 2 miles, running 2 miles, even a mile, half mile is too much, I think what you gotta do is just sit down and start walking. If you guys didn't know, your body actually taps into your fat stores more just basically from going for a walk. So with me doing this run, I'm not really tapping into my fat stores. Whereas if somebody were to do this for 30 minutes walking, they're gonna tap into their fat stores more. So that's kind of what the group's gonna be about. It's gonna be a way for you guys to learn and grow as individuals. And my goal is to just help and inspire as many people as I can reach and achieve goals. It just brings fulfillment to me. And I'll talk more about that on the podcast. I wanna make sure I have 4 episodes ready to go before I launch it. So I'm 4 weeks ahead. Kind of just some advice that my buddy gave me. But yeah, after 8 days, my body is sore, my ankle's sore. The first day I was running, I actually stepped on the pavement in the grass and I kind of twisted my ankle a little bit. And it's been hurting a little bit since then, but we're pushing through, we're making it happen. But yeah, again, personal growth, mental growth, let's get it. Let's start a group, let's keep each other accountable. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys made it this far in the video, please smash that thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. And we got a lot of cool stuff coming, a lot of fitness challenges to help you guys progress and grow individually. See you guys on the next one.